Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today is all about can I griddle in the winter? You dang right you can. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you some tips and tricks to help you be a better frozen griddler. All right, it's a brisk 47 degrees outside today. Too cold for me, right? Some say that. It's a brisk 19 degrees below zero. Can I still griddle? What if it's 60 degrees in Florida, right? Everybody's got their own threshold of what cold is. And last year, we were not at the stage to be able to relate to you guys about how cold it is to griddle until we experience ourselves. And yeah, it could be cold. But it's a lot of things that you need to know when you griddle outside and it's super cold. Let's get diving right into it. Number one, preheat on low. That's right. I stretched it through the summer, through the winter. It doesn't matter. This is the deal. Warpage, right? It takes a while for that surface of your griddle to heat up. So my recommendation, whether you have a 4-burner or 3-burner, turn them all on low, heat it up uniformly so the heat has a chance to penetrate all over it. And then you can adjust your knobs as necessary. I actually cook on low all the time. The deal is when it gets super cold, you might have to crank that heat up a little bit because that cold is zapping that heat out of the flat top griddle itself. So just be careful on that. Number one, preheat on low, all burners. Number two, you want to expect longer cook times. I know you want to rush back inside because it's cold outside. But the reality is your flat top grill, once it absorbs all that coolness, all the cold, the humidity, the moisture, your food doesn't have a chance to respond as fast as it would in the middle of the summer. We've talked about this going back and forth. We've got our Reuben smash burger, and there's actually several other videos that happen really quick. So when you're cooking outside and it's very cold, you got to balance that. It does take longer for foods to cook. One reason, the cold. Typically when you're cooking outside and you're a brisk 87 degrees plus, the top of your foods are being able to absorb a lot of that heat that comes with it. Well, when it's super cold outside, you don't have that luxury. Your tops aren't going to get cooked as fast. I know it's a bottoms heat driven surface, I understand that. But the reality is you still have heat that circulates. When it's that cold zaps that heat very fast. And so it does take a little bit longer for your food to cook. Hey, in the winter, you're going to use your griddle less frequently. It's just natural, right? So you need to expect your griddle not to be, like as pristine as what it was when you left it. If you come out like in 2 weeks and it doesn't look great because you haven't used it 3 or 4 times that week, that's a part of winter cooking. You might have to maintenance it before you even get started. Covers. We talk about covers all the time. There's people that swear by a hard cover. There's people who swear about a hard and soft cover. I'm like right there in between. Luckily enough, I'm in a different situation. I don't put my griddle up year round, or I don't put it up for the winter. We do have kind of like a metal porch awning, and I'm surrounded by basically 2 sides, and I'm protected by the weather. So my griddles just stay out here just with a lid on it. I've got the hood there. Although this does have a hinged hood, I take it off for filming purposes. The point is, I definitely keep mine on there. It does keep a lot of the elements, the moisture and stuff like that off. But you got to be prepared to treat your griddle just a little bit differently. That's all. Number 4 on the list, propane. How much propane are you guys going to use in the winter? I'm literally going to contradict myself as soon as I say this, but you got to understand the 2 variances, okay? First of all, you're going to use more propane to cook the same thing in the winter as you would in the summer, okay? Like I said, the winter, the cold elements, just the cold in general, will zap the heat out of your flat top. So you're going to naturally probably want to turn it up a little bit. I understand that. So that's going to use more propane. The other thing is you use less propane because you're not griddling as much, which is okay. So when I say you're going to use more propane, to make the same thing, you're going to use more propane in the winter than in the summer, but you might use less overall in the winter because you're not using it as much. Still, I recommend if anybody is serious about the griddle world, no matter if it's summer, winter, fall, or spring, have an extra canister and you won't have to worry about it. Found this packet of hot hands in my hunting jacket. So it's cold when I wear that thing. Look, prep, right? When I shoot a video, there's a lot of prep that's done outside for you guys so you guys can see it. Not everybody's like that. I'd probably say, what do you think, honey? 95% of the people don't prep the way I prep. You probably prep it inside, right?
Yep.
That's a key about being inside in the winter. Take advantage of staying inside. You can preheat your griddle, depending on like your time frame, right? Come outside, turn your griddle on low, let it warm up, and while you're inside, you can prep your ingredients. Doing the prep work inside is the game changer when it comes to winter griddling. All right, so we're piggybacking on the idea of prepping indoors. Well, let's think outside the box. Why do you like a griddle, right? What did you get a griddle for? Smash burgers, cheesesteaks, fajitas, fried rice. A lot of the things you make on the griddle can be made in bulk. That's why we like a griddle. You can make a lot of food at once. You can feed a big family. Use that to your advantage in the winter. When it's negative 18, don't force yourself to come outside. Wait till it's like +1, +1 degrees outside, right? Have a good sunny day, whether it be once a week, once every other week. Plan your meals around good weather and enjoy your griddle year round. Make a lot of food. Take chicken, for example, right? Just throw chicken on the griddle with some peppers and onions. You can split it in 3 ways. You can have like a fajita mix, you can have a cheesesteak mix, and you can make it almost into like a fried rice. So use the griddle to your advantage. Last but not least, the holidays. They're coming up, and it seems like griddles get a bad rap because they don't have the ability to cook a turkey or stuffing. But you guys can get really creative with griddle cooking, especially when it comes to holiday meals. You can do your glazed carrots, sauteed Brussels sprouts, and bacon. I can go on and on, right? You can use it as a warming drawer, a warming oven. Do your chafing dish style, add anything you want to on there, alternate your burners. It's a great alternative to get the food out of the oven, to use it for something else. You can place it on here and use it like a warming drawer. This is the idea. We've done it before. It works great. I don't have the 2-inch pans right now. I've only got the 4-inch pans. You fill this up like with warm water, alternate your burners, and we're going to turn them on low. Thank you, honey. Look, always keep your burners on low. You can alternate them, turn one off if you need to. Depends on how cold it is outside. The idea is once this is like maybe a quarter full of water, that's going to create your water bath. You take your macaroni and cheese, your green bean casserole, your mashed potatoes, your stuffing, anything like this, you put it right on top of it. Right?
In a 2-inch.
In a 2-inch. And then you have your aluminum foil or something like that over top of it. And this can help keep your food warm when needed. Is it the best case scenario? No, but it helps. Trust me. All right, guys, in closing, I just want to say you can absolutely use your griddle in the winter. Pick and choose when you can do it. We actually griddle year round. Take the time to take advantage of the elements and make griddle life fun year long. With that being said, if you guys are interested, we have a join button down below. It's where you guys can help out the channel, especially during the winter time. Man, it's tough out there. Nobody uses their griddles, right? Find us on the Griddle group on Facebook. It's where we talk about griddles, where you can guys say, hey, it's negative 13 degrees outside and I'm still griddling. And somebody's going to say, well, it's 78 degrees and I just had a smash burger. I love it when they do that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Griddle in the winter. Just put on some clothes. You'll be good.